Today on Brier Cemetery, we are doing an unboxing of the man-eating plant. If you like what I do, like, subscribe, share. This is probably one of the most sought after props this year. Other than the Inferno and the 12-foot skeleton, this seems to be on everybody's wish list. Now I hear stores are getting a few of these. I still haven't been in store yet. And we're going to unbox this because this looks like an interesting one. I don't know. I saw it and I was like, I got to have it. How I'm going to implement it, God knows. But we're going to find a spot for it. So let's get to it. So it was a box within a box, and I'm kind of shocked because this is how it would be in store. This is the first prop I've opened this year that's animated, and I really thought that just the pieces were going to be in that. Now this is my first animated review. So let's see what we have here. We got his head, his body, and we're going to lay this all out. But here's how it comes for people who want to rebox him. So here's all the pieces. You have the base. It looks like this is going to be part of his body. You have the voice box and the sound selector. You have his, it looks like his clothing or his leaves, his head, and another piece that probably extends up, and the instructions. I never understood why they even put the instructions on top of the box, but I guess it's just a fail-safe. And the AC adapter right there. So let's get to it. He doesn't look too complicated. Looks like a pretty simple one. So step one is just a push pin. You're going to take A and you're going to attach B to it. There's push pins in the back and these two sides kind of fan out. You're going to take C, which is his bottom base, and just slide it over the top. It's just fabric and it just rests. It's probably to hide this eventually around the sides. The next step is D, which is his voice box. It's just a push pin that goes into that pole. So far simple. Can't see this taking more than 5 minutes to set up. E is another extension, another push pin, and this is going to be probably one of the motors. F is his head. This is just a really thin plastic, like it's really like bendable. The top here, it's a lot harder. So this is super light. Next step, you're going to connect all the cords. So there's two red, there's like a little Molex here, there's one yellow, and down here is the sensor. This is the motion sensor. So if you're going to tap into anything, this is what to tap in. If you want to put it on a push button or a wireless remote, or if you want to just add your own PIR sensor. So initially I was wondering why mine wasn't turning side to side, and I was like, well, I got to get in here and look at it. I thought maybe I didn't have continuity between this power and the motor itself. But what I did here is I took the plastic casing off, and there's an arm on here. And what you want to do is you want to stop this in the furthest position from this arm. And then you want to have this arm come in here and rest on here for the adjustment. And the thing is, I've heard other people having this issue. And, you know, once you get in there, put the cotter pin back in. Now, the whole pivoting mechanism is a jam nut under here. Loosen this nut. Don't unthread it all the way. Just loosen it enough so that this plate in here can pivot back and forth. Now I heard people saying that their plant wasn't moving side to side, and this is the reason why. And then just reattach the cotter pin and then put this back on and zip tie. Get a small zip tie and zip tie it through that hole again to protect the motor from the elements. And now with that modification in place, you can see that the arm is pivoting that front plate, making it go side to side. So like I said, look for that. And now you have that side-to-side movement. So the next step is you're going to Velcro his body around his neck. And then there's Velcro back here that attaches to Velcro here, and you wrap them. But if you look here, there's white things on all these Velcro pieces, and you got to take them off. So take all these off. So after you Velcro the bottom here, that skirt slips up, and there's Velcro pieces that Velcro this section to that section. So the two arms go on his two sides. Now I find it easier just to push this through this fabric and then just press this up and then take it and then to put it back into it like this, because it's hard to do it once it's inside. I can't do this with one hand, but you get the idea. Pop. Well, there we go. It pops right in there. So just like press it out and then insert this and then push it. The next step is the vines. To give you a huge selection of vines, you could just put them on at your own discretion. This is kind of like a moss type fabric. Same thing. I guess it just drapes over his two little arms on the bottom. So that's installation. Pretty simple. Let's fire him up. AC plugs in there. There's the volume control. Sensor on and off. Okay, so here's all his sayings.
I bloom on Halloween night. The moonlight wakes me up, and my vines and tendrils creep outward in search of nutrients. Perhaps a large morsel for me to devour whole. I love Halloween, don't you? Who, me? No, I haven't seen your neighbor. Pardon me, my manners. No, I haven't seen your cat either. Ah, there she is. I'm getting very sleepy. This always happens after I've had such a large meal. Lucky for you, I'm not hungry anymore because you look so tasty. I could swallow you in one bite. Why, you look delicious. Candy, your candy looks delicious is what I meant to say. Please, come sit near me and pass some time in my shade. Oh, food, I'm starving. Oh, my apologies.
Alright, so he's got 4 sayings, and I give this an A+. I mean, come on, who has a man eating plants? I mean, this is different. I commend Home Depot for trying to look outside the box. And with a little modification, if you really wanted to, you could just send a low input pulse to his mouth and make him talk and say what you want to say. It's easily done. I don't know if I'm going to have time to mod him this year. I got so much other stuff to do. But next year, yeah, this seems like it's a possibility. And you can make him menacing, for what he is. He's very kid-oriented. He's fun. He's different. And I got a ton of more stuff coming, guys. I'm going to try to pop 1 or 2 videos out a week here. And, yeah, if you like what I do, please like, subscribe, share, comment, and happy haunting, everybody. And on the side note, he goes into the box easy.